Testosterone-driven rap god giants. Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. We're in the midst of the biggest rap beef battle back and forth to find out who is the best rapper of modern day. Taylor Swift drops the ultimate diss track. Taylor Swift said, hey, Kendrick, if you're not gonna put anything out, hold my beer. I just got done playing beer pong with my best friend Post Malone. Hold my Bud Light, Kendrick. I'm gonna go drop a diss track on that big booty babe Kim Kardashian. This, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the What Are We Doing podcast. My name is Levi McCurdy, and this is episode 137, I think is where we're at, 137. And just as a quick reminder for anyone who's new, shout out to our new subscribers. I think we're up another like 15, 25 from last week. 1474 is the number. 1,474 is our current live count via subscribers. Thank you. Welcome everyone who's new. Shout out to you for subscribing to the What Are We Doing podcast YouTube channel. It's where we live. It's what we love to do. Of course, we're on Instagram and Twitter or X and Facebook and every other social media platform. You can find all of our links at wadpod.com/links, LANKS, and that'll pull up everything that you need to do to follow, to like, to interact with the podcast. And so shout out to those of you who have done that already. Listen, it's we switched it up today. I didn't feel like standing. I've had this idea for this set a few days ago. I brought it a little forward than it was, just to remove myself a little more from the background. I like it. It's set up. It's kind of a solo set. Might keep it. Not sure yet. So we'll see. Let me know what you think. I'm sure the comments will be nothing but happy, positive, constructive feedback, nothing but just nice things of people talking about this setup versus, the standing desk or the couch or whatever may have you, whatever else I do, in the podcast. So I'm sure all good things to come in the comments. Listen, it's algorithm switch day. Thank goodness. Thank goodness for that. Listen, I know most of you, like me, were getting a little sick and tired of seeing the stitches and the behind the scenes and her videos and just the comments and the opinions and the interviews and the virality and the everything covering JoJo Siwa. And of course, we'll get to her in a minute. We have to put a bow in our hair, essentially, on the whole JoJo Siwa story. But she's not of importance today, okay? Because today is Taylor Swift Day. Your algorithms are changing. Get ready. No more JoJo. Taylor Swift has taken back over. This is all you're going to see on your social media feeds for the next 72 to potentially 14 million hours from now. Anywhere from 72 to 14 million hours from now, every single one of your algorithms, no matter what social media platform you subscribe to on a daily basis, is going to be nothing, utterly nothing of talks about in Taylor Swift. And so if you don't know what today is, shame on you. I mean, you can't, if you didn't know what April 19th was going to be. I mean, now, how could you? Because she did like essentially zero promotion for this album, but guess what? She didn't need to. And so, can you really call yourself a music fan if you didn't know about the Tortured Poets Department? It's out. We're ready. It's here. It's time to go. And guess what? Guess what, babes? The first single, the first promo, The first music video that drops tonight, I think at 8 o'clock. The first anything that has to do with the all-new Taylor Swift album, Fortnite by Taylor Swift, featuring Post Malone. Not anybody else. Not Beyonce, not Ariana Grande, not any other artist on the planet, not Harry Styles, not Billie Eilish, not Lizzo, whether she is or isn't quitting music. She's not. Like, let's be, shut up. Not anybody else, but Austin Richard Post. Applause and hats off to the man Post Malone. An accomplishment in a sense of itself. Can't wait for that music video to drop. We're only a few songs deep into the album ourselves, but of course, we know the gist and the whereabouts of what's going on, okay? Let's talk about it. Thank you, aIMee. Now, listen, we haven't seen a clever use of the name aIMee in song titles since Britney Spears. Shout out to you if you seek aIMee. Let's talk about it. She capitalized. We couldn't make it any more obvious, okay? We know that Taylor Swift knows, that we know, that she knows that we're looking for these things. And so some are obvious, some are not so obvious, some are blatantly clear, and sometimes Taylor will just make the K and the I and the M in the name capitalized, and it'll spell out Kim. And so we all know what comes next. It's a shot. It's a heavy hit, and it's a shot. And we now know that Taylor Swift is not here to mess around. She means business. This is her era. This is her album. This is like her penultimate. We're already talking the best of the best. This tops it all. We're here for it. Every single track, all 15 of them, all 16 of them, all 31 tracks. How many? You can't get better than Thank You, aIMee. Listen, for those of you who don't remember, back in, MTV Music Award time era, we've got the MTV Music Awards, we've got Kanye West, we've got the interruption, we've got the Beyonce moment, we've got the phone call afterwards, Kim Kardashian edits the call, she then lies about it, she said Taylor got it cleared, Taylor didn't get it cleared. It's a whole conspiracy theory, drama, gas, fuel on the fire situation where apparently Taylor had to go into hiding. The best person to explain the whole damn thing, and I can't do it justice, everything, the best person, our best friend in the whole wide world, but he doesn't know it yet, the best person to explain it, obviously, is Dave Portnoy. Okay, so this is a full explanation, breakdown, compilation, historical piece of content that if you're a Swiftie, love him or hate him, Dave Portnoy is kind of the president of the fan club at this point. So this is what he has to say in regards to the Kim Kardashian situation.
Oh, yeah. I had her back in the whole Kanye thing. People don't remember.
I'll set the stage real quick.
That fucking rat, Kim Kardashian,
Edited the phone call to make
it seem like Taylor Swift's a liar. And then they go to TMZ, and they're like, oh, she cleared it. She didn't fucking clear it. You fucking lying snake rat. Taylor Swift went into hiding for like a year. Vile stuff. This is fucking jail time, you big booty. I'm not going to say it. You big booty woman. Jail time.
Big booty bitch. Like say it.
Jail.
Say it.
I'll say it. Prison. Kim Kardashian should be thrown in prison.
I just hate fucking injustice and scumbags and fucking dishonest, treacherous leeches. I fucking hate Kim Kardashian. She's like, I didn't edit anything. Yeah, you did, you dumb nitwit. Just shut up and own up to it.
If it was murder, she's in jail for accessory to murder. That's for sure.
Well, good thing it wasn't murder, right?
Might as well have been in my book. North also posted
as
TikTok
well
of her and Kim doing a dance to Taylor Swift song, Shake It Off. Fuck that. You don't have the right, Kim Kardashian, to listen to Taylor Swift's music.
It's okay if North would to do it, right?
No.
No?
Nope.
Because she's in the same
Kids aren't allowed.
bloodline?
The whole family is banned.
That's not North's fault. That's just her bloodline's fault.
Well, tough. He gets a lot of benefit from those bloodlines, Josh. One of the things he's going to have to not have the benefit is of enjoying Taylor Swift's music. You don't listen to fucking Anti-Hero, not once.
Kim K uses Speak Now in her IG story. I saw this. You're dead to us. Stop playing her music. Stop having your
can't
kids
stand
listen
this
to her
thing.
music. We all remember what you did with Kanye when you edited the footage and tried to make Taylor seem like a crazy liar. And Taylor
doesn't
went into
stop.
hiding for basically a year because of these scumbags. So stop. We don't want any part of you.
If I were Taylor, I would have security waiting at the entrance, and I would throw.
I mean, it just goes and goes and goes and goes. So, some of the lyrics in the song are basically, essentially just a jab at Kim, saying that like your kids won't know this song's about you, but they're gonna come home from school singing it. Like she can't wait for Northwest to sing "Thank You, aIMee" around the house for Kim Kardashian to hear. Listen, it's in among giants, and we're talking like male testosterone-driven rap god giants. Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. We're in the midst of the biggest rap beef battle back and forth to find out who is the best rapper of modern day. Taylor Swift drops the ultimate diss track. Taylor Swift said, "Hey, Kendrick, don't put anything. Hey, Kendrick, if you're not gonna put anything out, hold my beer. I just got done playing beer pong with my best friend Post Malone. Hold my Bud Light, Kendrick. I'm gonna go drop a diss track on that big booty babe Kim Kardashian." And it's one of the most beautiful pieces of art that we have ever seen in modern history. Listen, Taylor Swift dropping "Thank You, aIMee" on the second iteration of the Tortured Poets Department, just when we get done breaking every song down, the original 16, 15 songs, she drops another bomb at 2 a.m. in the damn morning. It's a double album, babes. We've got 31 tracks. And if you're not down to clown, get off the ride, okay? There's people waiting. Let's go. 1 to 31. Let's listen to them all. We've got Joe coded songs. We've got Matt Healy coded. We've got Kelsey coded. She's pranking us in some songs. She knows we're breaking down the lyrics. And listen, there's two types of fans. There's two types of Taylor Swift fans here. There's those of us, okay, who will casually listen to the album, a few songs here and there, whatever's on the radio, whatever pops on TikTok. You know what I mean? When your friend Megs will listen to the whole thing and tell me which ones are good. Like, we'll consume it averagely. Or there's the complete opposite flip side of that, and the Taylor Swift fans who were up at midnight, ready to go with their iced coffees or their espresso martinis, whatever kind of mood they were trying to set for the rest of the evening. And as soon as it dropped, we're playing the songs. We've got our notepads. We've got our pens and papers. We've got the TV. We've got the AirPlay on. We can see the lyrics. We can see what's going on. And we know exactly where we're at with the album. And then as soon as we're done at 1:30-ish, 1:30, we've processed it all. We've loved it. We've cried. We've laughed. We've cheered. We screamed. Oh my God, did you hear what she said? Oh my God. That was about, did you hear it? Then Taylor's like, hold my cup. Here's another half. And so we're in it. We're in it now for 31 songs, a double album, and with explicit songs, by the way. When did Taylor Swift enter her adult era? Jojo Siwa. When did Taylor Swift start saying like fuck you on the track? It's great. I love it. I love it. You know why? Because she didn't dress up in a crazy Gene Simmons goth rock concert outfit and be like, this is my bad girl era. You're going to see a whole new side of Taylor Swift. Like, this music isn't for kids anymore. I'm saying fuck now. So get ready. Like, she just did it. And, you know, I get it. She's been, I understand. It's a bit. People calm. The Swifties are coming. The Swifties are coming now. They're surrounding the house. The house has been surrounded. I think we're getting swatted right now. The Swifties have locked onto our location. No, listen, Taylor Swift is in her adult era. They're already saying, they're already saying that this is a 100% album across the board. Rolling Stone and whatever they're like IMDb for musical albums say it's a 10 out of 10. People are calling it her best work. People are calling it an instant classic. People are like Meg's listened to 5 songs this morning and she's already turned to me and said, hey man, when she takes this album on tour, we're going. And I said, hey man, if we can afford it when she takes the album on tour, we're going. Like, and I'm almost positive we have a second leg of Eras Tour. Is that not accurate? I think that's accurate. I think we still have a second leg of the Eras Tour, at least in this country, maybe even in others. I thought that was coming maybe this year. So who knows if this is getting added to the second leg of the Eras Tour? Will it now be 8 hours long because we now have 31 more tracks to add to the show? Who knows what's coming next? But I guarantee you this. The next tour, $5 billion. I'm calling it right now. Whatever tour Taylor announces next will be a $5 billion money bag for Taylor Swift. For everyone who went to Eras Tour once is going to 1000% want to go again. Those of us who didn't go because A, we couldn't go the first time is going to want to go. And B, those of us who didn't want to go now want to go. So you'll never guess who wants to go to the Eras Tour Part 2 / Tortured Poets Department Tour Worldwide Round 1. Guess what? It's everybody. There's not a single soul on this planet who will not be attempting to get Taylor Swift tickets after today. After today, if you might fall within that 1%, but if you do, I'd play the lottery now because everyone and their sister, their children, their daughters, their sons, their fiancés, everybody, it will be chaos. If you thought Eras Tour 1 was the biggest thing that we saw in the music industry, buckle up. Get ready. Here we go. Because we've got more coming. We have so much more coming from Taylor Swift. It doesn't get better than this. There's not much else happening in the world of pop culture. We needed this boost. We needed this rise in class. We needed this rise just to get us away from where we were just a few moments ago. So while we're all off digesting 31 full-length, brand new personal life situation coded dating, Travis, Kelce, Matt, Healy, Jojo, everything, just this era now of Taylor Swift, this bad girl not afraid to drop the ultimate diss track. Bow down, rappers. Listen, if Taylor Swift can drop a diss track, So can Kendrick Lamar, and he hasn't done so yet. I'm considering it a win. Drake came in first. Taylor Swift came in second. Kendrick, you came in fourth, bud. You didn't do good. And so it's over now. And so let's all go and download the Tortured Poets Department. Now that we've all listened to it once, now let's just let it run in the background and let our, spirits, let it be free. You know what I mean? So, of course, we can't be talking about Taylor Swift the whole time without bringing up the second most annoying female artist on the planet, JoJo Siwa. We can't get rid of her. I have one more. This is it. I'm done now. I'm done. I'm done with the with the interviews. I'm done with her on my algorithm. I want nothing more than to do with this person than I have to. I don't want to have to continuously keep talking about JoJo Siwa. She's a bad person. I was just talking to her with my personal hairstylist who gave me this banging ass haircut. If you don't have a personal stylist, it's fine. You can probably get a haircut like this mediocre somewhere else, but get yourself a personal stylist. Shout out to Lydia. She said that she bought JoJo Siwa concert tickets somewhere in the realm of 2020, 2021. And JoJo canceled the show. Never got rescheduled, never got refunded, never got the money back, never saw anything, never got ticket vouchers from Ticketmaster, nothing. JoJo Siwa took the money and ran. And I mean, we're talking a couple $100 a ticket here. It's, JoJo Siwa, you're going to pay whatever you want for Nickelodeon's Sweetheart Princess for your daughter to see her in concert. So we already don't like JoJo Siwa, okay? And so then in walks Britt Smith. And what Britt Smith has done has exposed exactly what the music industry has been doing for the last 100+ years. Except now we have things like TikTok, and it's easier to break down and explain with situations like JoJo Siwa versus Britt Smith. So up until this point in your life, you yourself listening to this right now, no matter where it's at, in the car, on the phone, YouTube, audio, video, wherever you're watching this, you have never, most likely up until maybe 48 hours ago, have never heard the name Britt Smith. This might be the very first time you've heard the name Britt Smith. And for those of you wow, who's Britt Smith? I'm going to tell you. Britt Smith was a female pop artist from 2012 that was signed to the same record label that does music with current pop artists today and works with writers and people all around the world and different things, and potentially some of the same people that work with JoJo Siwa. We'll get to her in a minute. So Britt Smith, in 2012, gets the opportunity to have this song written for her and taken care of and produced. All she has to do is go record it, and they're going to release it, and it's going to be the Britt Smith single, and it's going to be Karma's a Bitch. And she did it. She released a music video, but the record label didn't like it. They said, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to go viral in 2012. So they shelved her. And the record label owned that song. And so when they never released it, Britt Smith didn't work out. She never popped. She didn't really become a known artist. She stepped away. I think she has a skincare cosmetic company that's kind of blowing up right now. So shout out to her. But she's not on the road doing concerts anymore. Or really, I don't think ever was. So fast forward 12 years later, here we are in 2024, and JoJo Siwa releases Karma. And so naturally, with the way of the internet, JoJo Siwa cannot theoretically be labeled or credited as a writer or a producer of the song Karma, because she isn't. She's just the person singing it. Essentially, Karma by JoJo Siwa is a cover. It is not her song. She did not write it. It was not written for her. It was not written by her. She changed 2 words in the song, and that's it. She added some ad-libs and a shit ton of auto-tune, and what we are hearing and what we are seeing JoJo Siwa promote is a cover of the song Karma's a Bitch by Britt Smith. Now, theoretically, you could take that same classification and call the Britt Smith version a cover as well, because it's not her song either. And that is 100% how the record label and the record label industry and the music industry as a whole essentially works for 90% of pop artists. When you hear people on the radio, 9 times out of 10, those songs that your kids are listening to were written by a team of other people and not the artist performing them. Now, once in a while on a blue moon, we have people like, Harry Styles, Taylor Swift, some maybe Beyonce. There's some artists that do write their own music, okay? You can go look on the credits. Taylor Swift has writer's credits on all of her music. JoJo Siwa has writer's credits on about 0% of her music, okay? So it's basically TikTok exposing how the record industry and the labels and the music industry works when it comes to the conglomerate of JoJo Siwa and breaking an artist and doing what you need to do to curate an entire album and release it in 2024. Like her next single, the one that's coming out, because she's done with Karma now. The fact that everyone's shitting on it, and like Britt Smith's out now. Britt Smith put her version of Karma on Spotify and Apple Music, and it's charting higher. It's charting higher than JoJo's version. So if you can only imagine how upset JoJo and her team of marketing experts and people who tell her what to do every day, how upset that they are that Britt Smith kind of popped back on the scene and TikTok took it that way. I mean, it's kind of, I'd be a little pissed. Because I'm sure they spent years planning this. They got the song 2 years ago. She recorded it for 2 years. They spent millions on the music video, promo, the Instagram page, the photos, the it's not for kids, a titty might pop out. It's JoJo Siwa. I'm an adult now. I've got the Gene Simmons look. It's black. It's dark. I'm an adult. It's Miley Cyrus bangers era, babe, and I'm here for it. I'm JoJo Siwa. Millions of dollars and hours of preparation and effort and marketing and budget and ads and everything spent on this relaunch of JoJo Siwa just for TikTok to choose the original artist, make that song go viral, and now the spotlight is on Britt Smith's version of Karma, and now JoJo Siwa has no choice but to pivot and start blasting the next song on the list, which we already know was written by a TikToker like 2 or 3 years ago. There's a TikToker who wrote her next single, and now that's just part of the record label's, like coalition. That's the one JoJo picked, and it's another song about her ex-girlfriend and what she did and how JoJo added an ad-lib onto it. And that's where we're at. That's the difference between Taylor Swift and JoJo Siwa. And we were never comparing the two, let's just be honest. But in this grand sense of the episode, I mean, it's kind of actually quite hilarious that Britt Smith has won the race. Like, could you imagine recording this 12 years later? And just so you're aware too, when Britt Smith didn't end up releasing the song Karma's a Bitch back in 2012, they then demoed it for Miley and she passed on it as well. And then JoJo Siwa picked it up. It's so fascinating to see how something as simple as a social media app like TikTok can just decide which direction to take your virality, whether it's in a positive light for you or someone else or a complete 180 or whatever road that the algorithm and the people of the app decide to take your content is the way of the wave, and you just have to ride it. And it is so crazy to me that we chose the original artist 12 years later who has no business being here, no business being on interviews, no business being the upstaged one-hit wonder of JoJo Siwa's career. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. It doesn't get much better than that. I mean, this has happened before, but this rarely happens because most of the time we don't have a full song recorded with a music video to go along with it. Shout out to Britt Smith. It's a congratulations to you for whatever. If there's monetary value here, get it as quickly and as fast as you can because it'll go away in a second. And so I hope, I'm curious to see what happens next. JoJo Siwa claims she has no idea who Britt Smith is. And, why should she? She wouldn't. She wouldn't know who Britt Smith is. The writers and the producers and the team that is behind JoJo Siwa pitched Karma to her as an original piece of work made for JoJo Siwa. I mean, JoJo claimed that she changed the song Karma, like from the first draft to the version that we're now hearing. It's completely different. And like we changed so much stuff and we did all this stuff. And like the first iteration versus the live iteration, oh my gosh, you wouldn't even notice the difference. Like we changed it all. But it just so happens that the final version of JoJo's song is the exact same as Britt Smith's version. So I'm not sure if the marketing plan is mostly a lie. I don't know if it's all in. It's so cringe. Is cringe the word? I think cringe is the word. It's one of the cringiest things that I think we've seen in a very, very long time. And I'm so fascinated to see where this goes. It's blatantly clear. It's blatantly clear at this point that with just a little bit of research and a little bit of manpower, like JoJo Siwa's virality can be stripped away and won't last anywhere beyond what it is now based on the history and the track record and where everything's going. I want this to be done. I can't stand talking about it. It's like, actually, I have nightmares. I have literal nightmares about JoJo Siwa doing the dance and shit. Once again, we've got another gift here in central Pennsylvania. It happens, I guess it happens more often than I thought, but Donald Trump is once again making his rounds here in PA. I don't know why he's in Pennsylvania all the time. I guess maybe because it's close to New York and that's where his trial is, so it's easy for him to just fly here real quick. We have a few historical landmarks. It's fine. They're not insanely important. I mean, it's okay. I get it. It's Gettysburg. It's important to history. Paul's going to come for my head for saying that, but I get it. It's important. I understand. But like, why Donald Trump needs to be doing press conferences from the Gettysburg battlefield? Who knows? Weird tactic. But I'm sure it'll get him votes. I mean, we're talking about it. The news is talking about it. The podcasts are talking about it. Everyone's talking about it. Donald Trump goes to Gettysburg and says some off-the-wall, outrageous stuff. And it's Donald Trump. Zaddy Trumpets does what he does best. He improvises. He has nothing planned. And when, he gets there and he asks his team of people, he said, "What are we talking about? Hey, what are we talking about today?" And they're like, "Oh, we didn't plan anything, sir. We thought you told us we were coming here. I thought you had a plan." And he's like, okay, don't worry about it. I'll handle it. And so then he just gets up on the podium and he starts doing what he does best. Donald Trump starts doing what he does best in Gettysburg. And what's insane is that we all know, you listening right now, you have a family member, your friend's family member, a close relative. We all know someone who is pissed that Donald Trump was in central Pennsylvania and they didn't know about it, so they didn't get a chance to go to the rally. We all know one person of the boomer generation who is extremely pissed right now because they didn't know that Donald Trump was in Gettysburg, PA just the other day, and they could have went and seen him live in person for free because Gettysburg's like 20 minutes down the road. Let's go real quick. Let's go see Zaddy Trumpets. They're pissed because they didn't know about it and they missed it. And now they're on high alert because he was in Harrisburg a few months ago and they missed that. And he was in Gettysburg and he missed that. And so it's crazy to me to think that like our parents' generation and the people that are supporting him, they treat these rallies and these like random pop-up shops by Donald Trump like they're Taylor Swift concert tour ticket. Like people wait in line for hours to see this man speak about Gettysburg. This is what he said. He has the most wonderful, probably some of the most wonderful things to say about Gettysburg and the history of it and where we are at and as Americans and how we should cherish the battlefield.
Where our Union was saved by the immortal heroes at Gettysburg. Gettysburg, what an unbelievable battle that was. The Battle of Gettysburg, what an unbelievable, I mean, it was so much and so interesting and so vicious and horrible and so beautiful in so many different ways. It represented such a big portion of the success of this country. Gettysburg, wow. I go to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania to look and to watch. And the statement of Robert E. Lee, who's no longer in favor. Did you ever notice that? No longer in favor. Never fight uphill, me boys. Never fight uphill. They were fighting uphill. He said, wow, that was a big mistake. He lost his great general. And they were fighting. Never fight uphill, me boys. But it was too late.
It's quite poetic. It's quite poetic. It's quite poetic. It's almost as if on the way to Gettysburg, Donald Trump was listening to like a like VIP exclusive release of the Tortured Poets Department by Taylor Swift. It's almost as if he just got done listening to a Taylor Swift album and it's Donald Trump. It's his best attempt at freestyling. It is his best attempt to freestyle. And these are the kindest, most accurate, most nicest things that he can think to say about this historical landmark that we have here in central Pennsylvania. And to be honest, I get it. It's the battle, important part of our history, an extremely important part of our history. But now we've been to it on field trips. We've done a few photo shoots there. We've all been, if you're a resident of central Pennsylvania, we've all been to Gettysburg. We've been on the ghost tours. We've seen the field. And to be honest with you, it's just a field. It's a field. And it was great. It's a great field. And so the nicest thing that Donald Trump can say about it is that, I mean, it was so much and so interesting and so vicious and horrible and so beautiful in so many different ways. It represented such a big portion of the success of this country. True. Gettysburg. Wow. Like solid wow by Donald Trump. Gettysburg. Wow. I go to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania to look and to watch. And the statement of Robert E. Lee, who is no longer in favor. Did you notice that? No longer in favor. Never fight uphill, me boys. Never fight uphill. Like now he's quoting the Flying Dutchman from SpongeBob now. Like it's literally Donald Trump is probably at the top of the list as one of this country's most treasured human beings. We need to protect this man at all costs. If we lose him, we will not get statements like, quote, he lost his great general and they were fighting. Never fight uphill, me boys, but it was too late. And it's him rambling. It's the only thing he can think of to think. I like coming to Gettysburg to look and to watch. And that's what we do here because it's beautiful. It's a beautiful land. It's a beautiful country. It's Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. A lot of things going on here. A lot of great restaurants. A lot of great things to see. Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. We can't come up with anything else other than a half-ass quote from Robert E. Lee? I don't know, but it's the Donald Trump clip of the week, and it's going to get me no less than 10,000 views. Thank you once again, President Donald Trump in Gettysburg. I missed it, dude. I missed it. Can you believe it? Can you believe we missed another Central Pennsylvania Donald Trump rally? Are you a fan? If you missed both the Harrisburg and Gettysburg Donald Trump press rally conferences, whatever, you're not even a fan. You should just vote for Biden in November. If you miss both of those rallies, you should legally be required to just vote for Biden because you're not even a Donald Trump fan if you missed them. So what's the even point of you being a voter at that point if you're not going to support him and go to the rallies? How dare you? How dare you? So a lot of people didn't believe that this next story is real, but it is. And it's a testament. It's a testament to our society. It's a testament to our economy. It's a testament to where things are going. Maybe the fact that all of my friends and I all owe thousands on thousands upon thousands of dollars in taxes, maybe for the single purpose that we're now feeling the effects of Donald Trump's tax bill that is essentially taking us up into the next tax bracket, aka paying back the stimulus checks that they gave us a few years ago, aka we all owe taxes this year, aka it's getting a little crazy when it comes to the prices and the way of living. We're all feeling it. We're all feeling the effects of the economy at the gas pump, at the grocery store, bills, living situation. It's not good. Trust me, the housing market, insanity. No one's buying anything now. The housing percentage rate just went up. It's 7%. It's 7%. That is 1, 2, 4, 6. That is almost 4 times the percentage that most of us have on our COVID 2020 mortgages. And I feel the pressure. I feel the pressure for anyone who is trying to get out, buy their first house, maybe their first piece of land or property, or just upgrade or do literally get out of the living situation that they're in now. It might literally be impossible. You might need to be downloading the apartments.com app right now because buying a house seems to be pretty much out of the question. Houses that should be under houses that should be under $100,000, like in the $90,000 to $99,000 range, in the middle of like the city of York, are being sold for $200,000 plus, just because someone painted the walls white and put hardwood floors down and made it look real nice and bright inside. And so that's where the housing market's at. And so mortgage on that house that is in the city that is 2 blocks away from the worst part of central Pennsylvania that you can live in, you're paying $1,800 in mortgage and insurance and utilities and everything on top of that. You're looking at $2,000 plus just to have a roof over your head, let alone groceries for your family, let alone gas for the car, that car payment, that car insurance. The economy is starting to spin out of control. And so what do Americans do when these things start to happen? We start taking advantage of and we start abusing deals. We start figuring out how we can go to restaurants, how we can go to grocery stores, how we can go do activities for as cheaply or as freely as possible. Shout out to Red Robin. Just the other day, we got an entire 3, me, Megs, and the boy all got a meal with the tip. With the tip to the waitress, it was $25 because we had a VIP card for a free appetizer. Oh, we got any appetizer we wanted off the menu, by the way. That was free. And so we got that taken off the bill, and we had a free birthday burger. So one of ours was free. We paid $25. As Americans, we're always looking to get those buy one, get one free coupons or whatever, 10%, anything off that we can, just to save 10 cents a gallon at the pump. And so when corporate chains and restaurants such as Red Lobster come out with such unbelievable promotions, you know it's too good to be true unless it is. And so what happened in the interim of last year into the beginning of 2024 was that Red Lobster realized that no one, except for Meg's parents, but no one really was going, and Carlos's son, he wanted to go. His son wanted to go for his birthday. So no one other than most of the people that I know and interact with was going to Red Lobster more during the Endless Shrimp promotion. Every so often, every 3 months or so, we shut it down and then we bring it back to get a flood of traffic into the restaurant. That's how any restaurant works. That's how most promos work. We do Crab Fest, then we do shrimp, then we do all you can eat shrimp, then we do crab, then we do other promos, then we bring back the Endless Shrimp for a month, then it should go away again. But what Red Lobster realized is that my friends and family weren't enough to sustain their actual business model on any given other day of the week. So some intern, some marketing person that probably just started at the company stood up at one of the meetings and said, hey guys, here's an idea. If we see this huge spike in traffic in the month of June when we do the Endless Shrimp promotion, and then our traffic is kind of plateaued the rest of the year, it's average, okay? Why don't we have Endless Shrimp every month, and then we'll see that traffic every month? So instead of 1 month traffic, we could do it all 12 months and have 12 months traffic. And so that, what they didn't unfortunately know at the time, newsflash for you guys, that's what we call, and is the direct definition of, boy math. And so what Red Lobster didn't realize is that 9 times out of 10, boy math is contrived from the students in math class not necessarily paying attention, but going to the department store down the street on their lunch break to buy said math teacher a Snuggie as a Christmas gift. That is contrived of boy math. And so what the CEOs and the marketing team at Red Lobster said was, that's a good idea. Let's do it. There's no way that this can fail. There's no way that this is going to be any less profitable for us than in the month of July. If we can make it happen in July, why can't we make it happen in May? And if we can make it happen in May, why can't we make it happen every month of the year? And Red Lobster thought they figured it the fuck out. They had it, and they said, hey guys, Endless Shrimp is never going away. You come into Red Lobster, you pay $19.99 or however much it was. I don't know. I never participated because I'm not going to sit there and eat 9 gallons of shrimp. If it was crab legs, it's a different story, but I'm not going to do that to myself. So whatever it was, let's call it $20 for the Endless Shrimp. They said, come in, and guess what? You want to come back the next day? Come back the next day. Everybody at the table wants Endless Shrimp. Everybody at the table gets Endless Shrimp. And the issue with that is Red Lobster didn't take 2 minutes to understand the actual economics and mathematics of the shrimp to the point where their $20 ticket in the door was equivalent to maybe 1, 2, at max, 3 rounds of shrimp. Because we are now in a post-COVID inflated type of era where we have our shipping containers falling off and running into bridges and orders are backed up. Shrimp's probably expensive. It's probably at a premium high right now, or at least it probably was in 2021 to 2023. And so what Red Lobster didn't realize is that dudes can put down shrimp if we actually put our minds to it. And ladies, I'm sure you had your take as well. But Americans as whole can put down the shrimp. So if you're telling me I can come in and I can get as much shrimp as I want with a little bit of side of French fries and a drink for $25, $30, bet. And you better believe I'm getting every penny. So when they assumed that we were going to stop at the 2 to 3 order mark, they were extremely and indefinitely wrong. Because almost 99% of the time, anyone going in there was getting anywhere from $100 to $200 worth of shrimp per customer. Per customer. It was not uncommon for a table at Red Lobster of 4 people to go through upwards of $500 to sometimes at its highest $1,000 worth of shrimp and only pay $80, give the server $20, $100. The business model was so unsustainable that Red Lobster has now reported not only Chapter 11 bankruptcy, but they have also announced that in the last quarter alone of the Endless Shrimp promotion, they lost $11 million. They lost $11 million of shrimp. They spent 11, it's almost like, I think that comes out to like $300,000 per Red Lobster location. Lost a 6-figure, an insignificant amount of revenue to the point where they lost $11 million as a company on shrimp because for $20 we can feed the family. And guess what? When people catch on to that, they take advantage. I mean, Megs and I over COVID discovered that we can go to Texas Roadhouse and get 2 dinners to go for $30. You can't go to the grocery store and get meat and shells and vegetables and sauces and seasonings for a taco night for less than $30 to $40. So do you want a fresh, delicious steak, 6-ounce sirloin, steak salad, rolls on the side, 3 to 4 sides with that for $40? Or you could go to the grocery store and you could cook it yourself. Like there's certain deals and there's certain places within the United States of America's, chain restaurant ecosystem that you can feed a family for rather cheap. And when the Americans caught on to the Red Lobster Endless Shrimp promo, things got out of hand. And now they filed for bankruptcy. Now, this isn't the end of Red Lobster. You're probably going to lose 1 or 2. We have one on the Carlisle Pike. We have one on East Market Street in New York. And I think there might be one in Harrisburg. And there's probably one in Lancaster and probably one in We're probably going to lose 1 or 2. Get ready, Central Pennsylvania. If you like the Red Lobs, we might be losing 1 or 2. Last but not least, we've got a bit of an update. The world of AI. Everyone always wants to talk to me about AI and how we're using it and what it means and all the new tools and like how do I use it and like what's going on and what does this mean and what is this device and like Humane Pin and MKBHD and it's the worst product in the world. I'm pulling for Rabbit. I am praying that in the next 5 days when the Rabbit R1 pickup party happens and the reviews start coming out, I am praying that Rabbit pulls through. I hope the demos are good. I hope the reviews are good. I am praying that the Rabbit R1 is a device that I can purchase, because the Humane Pin seems to be, according to just about everyone, not just Marquez, by the way. Everyone's nailing Marquez for the negative Humane Pin reviews, but just about every single tech tuber on the planet has nothing really good to say about the damn thing. It's $700. It requires a subscription. It doesn't work. It can't call me an Uber. It can't play my Spotify playlist. I can't text from my phone number on it. It's useless. It doesn't work. It's silly. No one should buy it. I'm pulling for the R1. So everyone always asks me, like, Levi, how do you use AI? What are you doing with it? And so I found this video generator that we've been using for some of our behind the scenes stuff and some things that we've been dealing with. So this is one of the videos that, and this is one of the things that we've been doing with AI. It's pretty serious, pretty complex stuff. Some of you might not understand it, but just know that what you are watching is not real at all. The person in the video, the voice, the movement, the actions, everything that you see in this video is 100% AI generated. And honestly, it's some of our best work. We've gotten early access. We've been working with the OpenAI team and their APIs and Sola and everything else to create this next level. This is like 2.0 type stuff. I'm telling you, it's insane. I got an exclusive for you guys. Check this out. This is an you're gonna just check it out.
Yo, I'm a paparazzi. I don't play no Yahtzee. I go pop, 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 pop. My camera's up your crotch. See, I tell the truth from what I see and sell it to Perez Hilty. Don't call me scuzzy, making money. That's my job, celeb photography. What? Hell no, I'm not needy. I'm legit, not stalkerati. Don't act so hotsy-totsy. I know that you from Jersey.
Hell yeah, dude. I mean, and so that's basically what we're doing with AI every day. It is transgressively getting more and more useful, more and more powerful, more and more on the side of humans. And it's great. You're not going to be able to distinguish real versus fake soon. You're not going to be able to know what was AI and what wasn't. I mean, in the world of fake Kendrick Lamar disses and everyone else using it to, write and record and make content and videos and Sola and everything else, it's going to get even crazier than what you just saw. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for rocking with me. My name's Levi McCurdy. This has been another episode of the What Are We Doing podcast. If you haven't done so already, please hit that big red subscribe button. It helps us out more than you know. Hit it, then hit the bell right beside it so you get notified every time we drop a new episode. But as you know, it's usually Friday afternoons, peoples. Listen to it on your way home from work. Listen to it over the weekend. Get those numbers up. wadpod.com/YouTube. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me. I can't tell you how much I appreciate your support, the recent subscribers, the recent the boosts in numbers and the clips and the comments and the interaction and everything going on over on the YouTube channel and everywhere else that we post on social media. I can't thank you guys enough. Next week is going to be a killer of an episode. You are not going to want to miss what we have in store for episode 138. I think it's going to blow your heads off. You are not going to believe what you see. You are not going to believe what you hear. You are not going to believe who you see or hear. It is going to be one of the craziest episodes that we have ever released of this podcast. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I cannot tell you how much time and prep and work and just energy and everything that we put into next week's episode. So for those of you who are still rocking with me at the end of this one, who got that exclusive, next week, leave a comment, let me know. Let me know you got it, and we'll keep rocking. Thank you guys so much. It's episode 138 next week, and I cannot wait to share it with you. You're not going to want to miss it. Thank you guys for watching. My name's Levi McCurdy. It's been another episode of the What Are We Doing podcast. Peace out, everybody. Have a good Friday. Happy weekend. Let's go. Donald Trump. Taylor Swift. Download the Tortured Poets Department right now. Listen to the whole thing while you sleep. Put it on repeat. Get those numbers up. It's a Taylor Swift podcast now. We're back, babe. We're back. You thought it was a JoJo Siwa podcast? No freaking way. It's Taylor Swift all day, baby. Let's get it. This is the What Are We Doing podcast.